Okay, new day. Let's go to pattern-collections.com. Go to the home page and scroll down to pattern focus and find today's pattern. Today is the 20th. We are going to do a pattern called Rest. By Teresa Beebe. Looks like step 1 is going to be, can you see that? Okay. 2 parallel lines, kind of short, pretty far apart. And then 2 rectangles like that, and a circle. And that appears to be it. And then you can string them together into a line, or you can do them in a grid, or you can do them the other direction, back to back, so they look more like that. Interesting pattern. Super simple. 1, 2, 3. 3 steps. We can all do this, right? I've already drawn out my string. And let me decide if I want to follow that line with this pattern, if I want to do the pattern in a grid. Wow, sorry about that. That wasn't good. How do I want to do this? I'm a-thinking. I'm going to play with scale a little. And I do think I'm going to do them this way. Excuse me. I'm going to do them this way along this string. Like that. I'm going to zoom in a little. You guys don't like to be that far away, right? And then like this and like that with a circle in the middle. And then like this and like that. That and a circle in the middle. Okay, and then maybe connect those. Like this. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so then we're going to put some going this way. It's kind of fun. I think I might be too far apart, but it's okay. We'll play with scale or direction on the other one. Neighbor's swimming pool is sucking air again. Oh, how they don't hear that. I hear it way over here. I know that some of you have gotten my my giveaway tiles. They've arrived in your mailbox, and you've told me that they're there, so thank you for letting me know that they've arrived. There's 2 people who haven't yet sent me their address. I don't know if it's because they just haven't seen that video yet, which is unlikely, just because of who they are, that how often they've been commenting on my channel. Unless they just didn't want to participate or didn't want me to have their address, which I totally understand. Sometimes you think, you know, what are they going to do with that information? So I get it. Promise that unless you want me to continue to correspond with you, I will just delete those emails with your address. And so that's what I did last time. Okay. I'm not sure I care much for those like that. I think I was too far apart this way. They needed to be closer together, so I'm going to do that on this next bunch. I'm going to put them much closer together and wider that way, like that. See what that does. Yeah, that connects them better. Visually, your eye doesn't really see that as a break like it did over here. So I'm gonna have them touch also. Maybe I'll do them offset on the next row, and that will help my eye also. How are you guys doing? I feel like it's been forever since we've communicated, even though it hasn't. I feel like it has. Lately, you know, I told you that well, there's like nothing on TV, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. Started watching one totally fascinating. It's called Forger's Masterclass. Check it out. If you're into art, check it out. It is a man who spent time in prison for art forgery. He's now out of prison, and now he's still painting in the style of the great masters, but now he's doing it legally and legitimately by labeling all of his paintings as copies or in the style of, so that you know, there's no mistaking the fact that they are not legitimate old masters' works. But he's a really good painter. Obviously, if he was able to do as much forgery as he did. And I found it fascinating that he then takes these artists from different areas. Some of them are hobbyists, and some of them make their living doing art, but they do it in, you know, a different medium or a different field completely from the art that they're going to try to emulate. And then they have a thing where they try to do a painting in the style of a Grand Master. So I've watched ones about Monet and Degas, and really, it's just really fascinating. Some artists that I had not studied before, so I'd heard the name before, but I hadn't really, like, if you told me the name, I would know it was an artist, but I wouldn't be able to immediately picture one of their artworks in my head. So I'm just finding it just totally fascinating. If I think about it, I'll try to remember to put a link. When I put this video up, I'll try to remember to put a link. Don't know how to shade this, so I'm just going to go around my shape that I made for my string and leave it at that. But I think you guys, if you really like watching art, you'd be fascinated with it. I was fascinated with watching these people who, and the one I watched last night, young man, he designs shoes, and here he was doing a nude in the style of Degas. Or was it Renoir? No, it was Degas, I think. And you know, life drawing is not his skill, but man, he did a great job. He wasn't perfect, of course not. None of them were. But what they came up with, and then there was one that did cubism. Oh, that was fun too. Oh, they've all been good. It's been an interesting series. So it's called Forger's Masterclass, I believe. I totally recommend it. You want something to binge watch. I think I'm watched 9 episodes now. 8 or 9, something like that. I don't know how many there are. I'm probably running out of show here pretty soon because I've watched so many of them, but give me something to do. There we go. I like that. I feel like I'm not happy with this side. I like this side. I like the patterning that has happened here. This, I feel like it's too much white space between. So I'm thinking maybe I need to just add something to just tie it all together. Maybe I'll put an S shape between all of that. Because that's the shape I have here, and maybe that will just tie it all together. Oh, that's better. Kind of take your eye away from all that white space. That was too much white space. Yeah, that's better. I like that better. Okay, now do I want to shade it? I think I do. And I need to put the name. What is the name of this? I've already forgotten. It's called Rest. I should know. How is it going to live? Is it living that way? Is it living that way? It's living that way. String 37, Rest. And I'm going to put some shading between them this way. I want to emphasize that sort of vertical thing happening here. Maybe more on this side. Yeah, okay, and then I want to emphasize this, and I think I'll go on this side of this, just on one side. Just remember, if you're going to do shading, you really need to use the stump, because that makes a huge difference. See the difference between this line and that line? Huge, huge difference. You need that blending. Give your eye that shading that it needs. Make it soft and pretty. That contrast between dark and light and midtones. It really helps to get those midtones in there, and that's what your blending stump does. Creates midtones. Okay, so zoom back out. Look at that. I really like it. Good job. Okay. I almost feel like I want to put some color in this one though. I've been really wanting to put color in things lately, haven't I? Absolutely have. I'm feeling pink. Oop. Oh, I just dropped my lid. Oh well. Is that enough? No, it's not enough. I think I want green too. My lid went way over there where I can't reach it. Okay. It's all right. I don't want, think I want it in this one. I want this light green. Yeah. Why do I want it? I have no clue. And why green? I have no clue of that either. And I had a green right next to me, but that wasn't the right color green. I don't know. My tile tells me what to do. Really it does. And it's also telling me it wants yellow. So I have to get out my yellow too. Hope you guys had a good Father's Day, that you had time with your dads, if your dads are still here. If your dad is no longer with us or is no longer available to you in your life, then I hope that you spent the day with another important male figure in your life. The folks that we went on weekend with, we've all lost our dads. None of us have a living dad. And but we honored them, and we had told stories about our dads and talked about our favorite memories and moments. So that was good. Yeah. Okay. Now it wants the yellow. I saw the yellow when I was pulling out this green out of my little zipper case thingy. I love this thing. There we go. That's what it wants. Pop of color. Sometimes you just have to put some color in it, and it's been happening more and more recently. Guys, I'm sure you guys have noticed. I did it a lot last week. A lot more of my tiles had color than normal. Okay, that's better. That's what I wanted. Put this guy away so I don't lose it. And this one. And I need to now stop what I'm doing and go gather up the lid to the pink pen that fell on the floor. Okay, there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Go out and make your little part of the world a better place, especially in light of all the horrible things that have been happening in the world again this weekend. I was away for a few days and I didn't have internet access, and it was delightful, and I come home and I hear all these horrible stories. So that really bothers me. I was happier when I was away from all news. I just was. Okay, so you guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow because we have another one to do, right? Okay. See ya. Bye-bye.